Hi, Coach. Thank you for your time. Anything positive that you take away from these two games against NYCFC?
Positive?
Yeah.
Well, positive that we went through. I mean, positive that we were able to endure second half. I mean, New York City is a very good team. They're well coached. Ronnie does a good job. That's why they're defending champions. And we had to survive. I thought the guy that just interviewed ahead of me had a monster game. I thought he kept us in the game. And then you saw our quality with, one chance for Raul and he buries that. So lots of things to take away. But what I always say to my team, you always have to enjoy the moment, live in the moment, and then we'll, watch the tape and do all the things that we always do to see what we can really take out of the two games and apply that to the rest of the year.
Sam?
Congrats, Ryan, on advancing. You and the club have achieved basically everything there is to achieve domestically. This is kind of the final hurdle for you and for MLS. What does the opportunity mean now that you have advanced to the final, and kind of what are your expectations ahead of the match?
So let me correct you first. The club has accomplished a lot, starting with Zig. Starting with 4 Open Cups. It's not me, it's the club. Okay, so based on that, yes, it's a trophy that the club certainly covets. I think that's something that we have, made public. And I think Garth when he came here, said it was a goal of ours. The constant theme throughout this club, the culture of the club, is to win every game, every trophy, every competition. We take all the games seriously. We don't buy the excuse where if you commit to one tournament, you can't proceed or do well in the other. We don't buy that. That's something that's the ethos we try and push into our younger players, because we're going to have a bunch of younger players come on and play against Miami, but the expectation there is still to win. And so what am I expecting? What are the challenges of facing Pumas? I mean, we'll again dive into that maybe on the plane ride home, but we're certainly going to enjoy the moment and, start thinking about things after Miami.
Felipe?
So, Coach Maria, congratulations on the win. Can you speak about the performance of course, the goalista from Fry and the whole team, and what was the important part of the game or the performance, or what the Thunder did so that he could contain the no more goals, only the one goal, and then in the final?
Well, again, Steph Fry is a tremendous goalkeeper. I think Tommy Dutra is the best goalkeeper coach in the league. I think he does a good job with all of our goalkeepers throughout the years, starting with Casey Keller, Marcus Hanneman. We've always had good goalkeeping at this club. What I would say is the objective for the game, Felipe, was to keep a clean sheet and to score the first goal. And so we achieved one of our objectives, which was to score first, because had they scored, they only needed 2-0. So if they score first, it becomes a completely different ballgame. They have confidence, their momentum, everything shifts. But when we scored that goal, gave us a little bit of momentum, a little bit of confidence. But then again, credit to Ronnie and his team. I thought at halftime he came out and they were on top of us and they made it challenging. And when they scored the goal, then it became again, a little bit of a stay alive. But again, our team persevered.
Coach Schmetzer, congratulations on the
Thank
win.
you.
One of the first things that I wanted to ask you is looking ahead on the finals. Juan Ignacio Dineno and Javier Arraga were teammates in Barcelona of Ecuador, and Juan Ignacio Dineno has been a Atletico scorer in this Champions League tournament. Are you looking to take any informations, and how are you going to prepare for the final?
Well, we'll prepare for a very good Pumas team. We obviously watched the game last night. We've been keeping track of the other teams in this tournament. He is a very talented player. Maybe that gives Javi a little bit of extra momentum. Maybe there's a little bit of, mano y mano there. We'll see. But soccer is a team sport. We'll need more than Javi. They will need more than the number 9 in order to go through. but it's certainly an interesting storyline.
I think we'll switch to the Zoom portion now, so Laura, go ahead.
Thank you. We give the floor to Jada Evans.
Thank you. Congratulations, Brian. Wanted to ask just about the intensity of the match. I mean, they came out really hard, Taddy, with the yellow card within 10 seconds. Is that how did you kind of maybe adjust to that, or what did you kind of tell the team at halftime? Because obviously that was just going to increase as they tried to move through.
Jada, that message has been delivered for the past 5 days, that you knew you were going to get a spirited NYCFC team, a committed, a motivated NYCFC team. It wasn't just the first foul, it wasn't the first challenge. Throughout the game, you know, coming out of halftime, we warned them about that. We needed to match their effort. And I think in a lot of portions of the game, we did.
Last question for Nico Moreno.
Thank you, Brian. Congratulations on the win. I wanted to just get an update on Raul Ruidiaz. You know, is he already coming off the stretcher? And when you look back at what you were able to do in this tournament and the games you've been able to win, what is it that, looking back at it, that makes this team a true contender and the attributes to win this tournament?
Well, Raul's fine. He's in a very good mood. He scored a very good goal. He's celebrating with his teammates. He's fine. What I would say to you, Nico, is you bring up an interesting point, because look, we lost Yaimar, and, you know, Jackson has stepped in and done very, very well. You know, Freddie Montero scored some very important goals for us earlier in the tournament. You know, Will Bruin's effort tonight, you know, Nico coming back from an injury, Kellen Rowe playing well in different games. We've had to have a lot of players on this team step forward in critical moments, you know, starting with Honduras, starting with Motagua. Then, you know, you have to play Leon, which is a very good team. And now we, you know, had to play the best team in MLS last year, the champions, the MLS Cup winners. So we've had a hard road. And so, yes, we have needed everyone on the roster, even the young kids, to make sure that the level of training is high. So I congratulate that group for doing many, many good things. And our preparation will revolve around the same themes, that if they stick together, if they continue the process and how they do things, you know, that's a very tight group. That's a very good group. So, you know, we'll just see what we can do in the final.